From reading this chapter, I could relate a lot of the readings to my personal work experience that I've gone through, and also I could relate just from knowing what I know about my mother's work experience and my sister's work experience. I've been a dog groomer I was a dog groomer for 7 years, and I always worked with the same four lovely ladies. My mom is a dentist, and she's been a dentist for a long time, and my sister, she's had a lot of different jobs since she's only 18. But for her specifically, she's probably had 5 or 6 jobs since she was 16, and she's always had issues in all the without fail every time, issues in her places, where they would look down on her because she was a younger woman. And just to say, she's working right now at Carolina Ale House, a restaurant, and she used to work at Chick-fil-A, and she had another job, I believe, at Walgreens. And she's young. She's a young girl, and all of the places she worked at have had most of the people work there older people like 40s to 50s, and they never really took her seriously, and it has led her to leave those jobs. And for me, in my work experience, since it's been at my job, me and four other women, it's always been it's been hard sometimes dealing with clients that are not very open-minded. I've had multiple, specifically older people, like I said with my sister, she had issues, um, talk to us like talk to us like we're lower than them because we're younger women, and maybe that we don't know what we're doing. And for my mother, she's always had, since she was in dental school, she's always had issues, um, wherever she worked, specifically with men again, not being the nicest to her, but for a different reason. It's because she was very educated, and she tried very hard to get to where she is today, and I think it's like they didn't want that. They didn't like that for her. And from the story she's told me, and which I have explained in my um interview paper, this has happened many times to her with different subjects, like making fun of her dainty hands as a dentist, or men thinking they can just take off their shirt just because they're interviewing a younger woman, or just like comments about how she's a female dentist versus a male dentist happens to this day. So there are a lot of things that I think that need to be changed about people, and the chapter talks about how people perceive, the gender roles and things like that. And I just think, because of what I have learned from my personal life, that there somehow needs to be a change. And I just think a lot of people are not very understanding, and they don't really put themselves in someone else's shoes.